everyone, so it's that time of month again. Not that time of month, but time for monthly favourites. So for May, I've got quite a few favourites. I swear there were loads more, but I just didn't write them down. But I think of something, but I have to include that, and then just, yeah, didn't write it down. So I swear there were loads more, but there are already quite a few, so I will get through them. There are definitely more baby favourites than mummy favourites, as always. I was hoping to make it more product focused, but again, it's just kind of random bits of crap. But there we go. First favourite of Rory's this month is our remote control, specifically this one. He's obsessed with it, and me and Rich are currently in an argument over buying him just a fake one. I really want to just pick up like a £5 one on eBay, and that can kind of be his remote. Rich's point, which I kind of do see, is that you can't, it's like giving a dog a set of, I don't know, somehow it's like giving a dog a set of shoes that are his and nobody else's, and then telling them off when they go for the wrong shoes. So I do kind of understand that, but he loves our remote control, but he obviously wants to eat it, and Rich doesn't want him to eat it. So my solution was to get him his own one. Rory's not stupid, I don't think any babies are stupid, to be fair. Not stupid enough to look at the fake ones that you can buy for babies. They're bright colours and all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, even if I did offer him one of those, he wouldn't go for it because he just understands the difference. Oh, I'm getting a warm on. He understands the difference. So yeah, this is his current favourite. Not really allowed it, but when Dad's not around, I can't stop what happens, I'm afraid. He is also into keys, but obviously I don't want to give him my keys because if he chews them, he's going to cut his gums. So the one thing I can fool him with is his very own set of keys. These ones are from Marks and Spencer's, and they're really good because they've got this little thing. So when he's in a mood, that kind of distracts him for a little bit and makes him happy. He likes to teeth on them, it rattles, what more could you want? The thing I like about these ones as well, because he's got another set, he's got a set from VTech too, but they're really heavy because they make music, so you can't really hold them and lift them as well. Well, so these ones, they're just really easy. I keep these in his car seat normally, just to kind of keep him happy in there because he bloody hates the car seat. Next one is a little lifesaver, and it is Bibs with arms. They're not really Rory's favourite, it's kind of more for me. But yeah, Bibs with arms. I'm yet to find somewhere where these aren't ridiculously expensive. I found some in Primark, which are okay. They looked a bit naff, but I did buy them because they were just £3. I think these ones from Mothercare, and I think they were £7, but to be fair, they are good. Especially with baby-led weaning, they make a lot of mess. So these things are really, really helpful. Normally with breakfast, because he's still in his pyjamas and I change his pyjamas every night, I will just let him go for it. And sometimes with dinner I'll do the same because he's about to get and have a bath. But yeah, for lunch these are really handy to keep food from getting everywhere. They do still seem to manage to find a way to get it on their clothes though. It's really, really quite impressive, I would say. Next one is a bath seat. I've wanted to get a new bath seat for ages. He was in the Angel Care one where they sit back and it kind of supports them, but I wanted to get him one where he actually just sits in it. And I found one for free on Facebook. You know, the little marketplace thing that you can hit. Yeah, found one for free, and it is so, so good. It wasn't in the best condition, but it was free, and I just wiped it down with a Milton wipe, and then Bob was your uncle, off we went. And he absolutely loves bath time now. It's got a little thing at the front where you can play with it, and yeah, he can obviously sit around, splash, do whatever he wants, and he really, really likes that. So I am glad that I found that because they are quite expensive, or well, I don't know, they're probably not in other people's eyes, but they are £12. So when you already have one and you have to buy the next size up, I was just kind of procrastinating with that one really. And because we don't bath him that often, he only gets bathed twice a week because he's got such bad eczema, that's kind of his limit on how often he can be bathed. So yeah, I was kind of reluctantly buying one, and then I found one for free. So yeah, so I ended up passing on the favour, and I gave away our steam mop, which we never use, for free on buy and sell too, just, I don't know, to return the good karma, I guess. I didn't do it on purpose, so I was planning on getting rid of it anyway. I wasn't just what can I throw away now? Another thing that we've been really, really loving is our pram parasol thing. Rich absolutely hates our pram parasol because it's quite girly, but I think it's really cute. I had the same one, my brother had the same one, because I think when we were kids, they were the only ones you could get. So I kind of wanted to buy it out of nostalgia. And then I went to Mothercare the other day and you can literally buy them in every single colour, just plain. But I really like our little white frilly one. I just think it's really cute. I was in two minds when I first bought it because it does get in the way quite a lot, but if you've got a nosy baby like I do who really likes to look out and you can't put the hood up because obviously they're having a look, it's really helpful just to kind of keep the shade on them and they can still have a look, not get the sun in the eyes and stuff. He loves it, just because it just, yeah, basically for that he can still look around. He likes to hold on to it, like, and then hold on to the edge of the pram and really chill out, like really go for it. So yeah, so really like that. It was £10 from Boots, which I thought was more expensive than I would pay, but I guess you would just keep it for a long time and it would pay off. New favourite snack is Heinz Biscotti. We have now all of these favourites. This is the apple one, we haven't tried these yet. We've tried the peach and something ones, I can't remember, they're peach and banana I think, and the chocolate ones. We also have the apple ones and I think we've got banana ones downstairs. But these are really good. They are like 75p in Tesco's I think for a pack of, I don't know, there's quite a few in there. It doesn't say. But yeah, really good little snack. They don't make too much mess, and they're nice for them to hold. They're a bit like a Bicky Peg in the sense that I guess it's nice for their teeth. They don't crumble too much, they melt really nicely. The thing I found with Bicky Pegs is once they've got their hand around it, it only leaves like a little nub left for them to chew on and they get bored of them really quickly and drop them. Whilst with these, because there's more to hold on to and they can kind of rotate them, move them around, he will stick with it for a whole biscuit. So I've just bought a load of packet of these because we go on a holiday in just over a week's time now. So I've been looking for snacks that'd be good for the plane, just to kind of preoccupy him and stuff. The only thing I will say was with the chocolate ones, they seem like the biggest hit, but they make a hell of a mess, so just be mindful of wherever you're going to give them to him. But yeah, I really like these, and yeah, like I said, the times that I've used these are when we're out shopping and he's starting to get a bit crabby, I'll just give him one and it will entertain him for ages. This is something that we bought yesterday, so it's kind of slipped more into June than it has May, but I found this in Mothercare the other day, well, yesterday, and it is this kind of soother dummy thing from Newbie. I think it was about £2.50, which I think is quite good value, because I was going to get the Zolly one, which Emily Norris talks about, but they're like £10 for two. Well, I suppose it's about the same. But yeah, I think they're £12 for two, so it's much more affordable. I think I will get the Zolly because this bit isn't so thick, it's just kind of that thin, if that makes sense. So it might be a bit easier for them to hold on to, but this is really good because it goes in the fridge so it can soothe their gums, and then you can put like teething gel around here. Rory's teething quite badly at the moment. I'm pretty sure there'll be no teeth for a long time, but he is teething quite badly. So this is really nice just to help calm him down when he's having a moment and he really likes to chew on it. It's quite hard just to kind of, I don't know, ease the itching a little bit, I guess. But yeah, I think I will get the Zolly one for our holiday too. Zolly, I went all Welsh then, Zolly. That was a terrible accent, but my husband is Welsh, so I can kind of do it. Another Newbie product that we really like is this Newbie chew thing. I don't know what it's called actually, but you basically put, oh my god, I can't get into it, fruit and stuff in here, and then you dip it up and they just chomp on this thing. The only thing I will say with this is it's a bit of a bugger to clean. I put it in the dishwasher and then I sterilise it in Milton fluid afterwards, just because I find that these can kind of discolour or start to go a bit, not smelly, but you could just tell that if you didn't clean it properly, it would not survive very well. So I just like to sterilise it as well because I just found that it made it extra clean. And I'd heard from somebody that they lasted longer if you sterilise them too. So I always sterilise it as well, but these are really good for, at first I only used it for banana, but Rich was like he could eat banana by himself. So then we started using it for orange, which is a really big hit. He doesn't like strawberry so much, but we tried it in there, and also grapes. Grapes are really good in here too. Obviously grapes are a real choking hazard, so this makes life a lot easier, and I would imagine it's good for toddlers when it comes to grapes too. But yeah, I really like this little thing, and it's really good as well because Rory, with weaning, he can suffer sometimes from constipation, so this is quite good to get some fruit in him just to kind of give him that extra fluid from like watery fruits like oranges and stuff. And also with the heat, it's just nice for him to have like a little snack that will refresh him a little bit. So I'm gonna take this on holiday too, just because it is super handy. Next one are stacking cups, which have just soaked me because they've been in the bath. These ones, I can't remember where they're from, but they are so good because they've got holes in the bottom too, so they can go in the bath and he can play with them. I bought these because if any of you subscribe to What to Expect When You're Expecting, think that's what it's called, and they send you really comprehensive emails. It's so good that all their emails are like what you're thinking. It's like they're mind readers. They'll email you the next day like about it. So it's kind of about things that 7-month-old babies would really like, and one of them was stacking cups. So I went into our massive toy box. I don't know how we've accumulated so many toys, but our toy box is huge, and there's toys in there that I didn't even know we had, and I don't know, I didn't even know if we had stacking cups, but I thought I'll look in there first because we might. Because basically, you know when you get bought a lot of stuff for Christmas, birthdays, he hasn't had a birthday yet, but when he was born he got bought a lot of stuff, baby showers he got bought a lot of stuff, and it just all went in there until it became age appropriate. So I'll go in there, like every time I go in there I find a toy that I didn't know we had. Anyway, that's a really random story. So I found these stacking cups, and yeah, this email said that they really like them because they like the power of repetition. So they like to, they're basically learning a lot at 7 months of, if I do this, then this is going to happen, like the consequences of repetition, and they like the predictability of knowing where they stand with repetition. So they like for cups to be stacked up. Oh, it's dribbled all over down me. Like the cups to be stacked up and then to knock them down, and they like that routine and you keep doing it, which he does really like. I learned that from the email. So we do that, and then these are really good in the bath as well because, like I said, they've got the holes in the bottom, so you'll fill it with water, and then he likes to try and catch the water too. So these are really good. I don't think they're that expensive. You can buy them in Tesco's quite cheap as well. Obviously there aren't all the ones in there. These are just the ones that I could find. But yes, nice new toy that he likes. The last one for Rory stuff is this Baby-led weaning cookbook app, which I think is £5.99. And this is the best thing that I've found so far for baby-led weaning. Baby-led weaning for me has been a huge minefield of things that I just didn't even know. There were questions that I just didn't even know I had. And I just, for me personally, I found it really complicated, especially transitioning from puree to baby-led. I know loads of people are really protective about baby-led not being baby-led if you've started with puree, and you shouldn't use that term, but basically I'm trying to do both things at the same time and just mix the two up. So I found it really complicated in understanding that transition and what first foods to use and how to go about it and what they can and can't have. And also baby-led weaning terrifies me slightly because it is quite scary, especially when they choke and stuff. So I found this really good, and it's got really good recipes. So like the 2-ingredient pancake one is brilliant. What else is on here? Baby French toast, we love that. And yeah, I just found it really comprehensive. It's got loads and loads of information on there about like monthly guides and routines. So it shows you kind of, here it says like your food plan for the first 4 weeks, and then you transition into, I'm just getting lost in here, I'm getting inspired now. You then transition into foods, so it's saying like 7 to 8 months, he needs 2 meals served with water. He is on 3 meals, but obviously it's for if you were just starting. And it says about starting with, yeah, it gives you like a routine in there. Oh, it's really interesting. So if you started weaning on purees, then use leftovers as sauces for pasta or on toast. That's an interesting tip. See, I've learned this just by reading it with you. But yeah, really comprehensive. And like I said, there's loads and loads of books on baby-led weaning, but that was the best one that I found, and it's only £5.99, so it's really good. Okay, so now on to my favourites. There aren't that many this month, but there are some good ones in there. I swear there was more, but obviously, you know. But the first one is these Primark jeans, which were, I believe, I can pretty much guarantee they were £13, and they are these little cut-off ones, so I'm still pretending that I'm super cool and young wearing cut-off jeans, but they are really nice. These are a 6, and sometimes the Primark jeans, a 6 can be like a little bit tight, but these are so comfortable, it's ridiculous. They're really, really soft. I haven't washed them yet though, so I don't know how they're gonna survive in the wash, but I wish I bought a couple of pairs just because they're really nice, really casual and super wearable. So yes, I bought those on my birthday for just £13, and yeah, I bought Primark jeans a long time ago and they lost their shape really quickly, but they were like £4 or something ridiculous, so I just kept buying them. And then I buy the Primark jeggings, which also, once, like, they need washing a couple of times to like re-tighten them up. Like once you've worn them twice or 3 times, you have to re-wash them to stiffen them back up again. But these seem really good and really nice quality and material. Jessica A made me do it, and that is by this Method shower spray, daily shower spray. Yeah, This is probably the weirdest bloggers maybe buy it thing that I've ever come across, apart from baby food, but yeah, it's pretty up there. I bought this from Tesco, I think it was £3, and I've never used like a daily shower spray, but basically when you get out of the shower, you just spray it down. And the thing I like about this the most is that if you have a shower screen, obviously when the water dries on it, it can leave watermarks, and this thing stops that from happening, and it just makes it smell really nice, and when you walk back into the shower later in the day, it just feels really nice and clean. Next one is a handbag organizer. So when I was first with child, I didn't really see the point of these, and I carried on with the struggle of fishing around in my changing bag every time I needed my card or my phone or my keys or my sunglasses. I would just fish around in that for ages, and it was a nightmare at checkouts and stuff because obviously there's a lot of stuff in a changing bag. Then I saw my friend with this handbag organizer and just thought how nicely she was just reaching for her phone, and also it's good for drinks too, and she just grabbed her phone like it was in this organizer, and then she had a changing bag underneath it. So I bought one for £15 from Boots. It is a skip hop one, and it is so good. I really love it. Mine's got like a little thing at the front where you can keep your cards in it, and then I normally keep my water bottle, my phone, sunglasses, and then a form of toy for Rory. And yeah, it's just really convenient, and it just makes life a little bit easier for like paying for things, checking your phone. I listen to music once he's fallen asleep, and I go for a walk, so it's nice to just pop my phone there instead of having to put it back into my changing bag, which is really irritating. And also Rich really likes it because when he takes Rory out by himself,